You were always a burden, Sophie. Always thought my mother said that to me at my college graduation. In front of everyone. She didn't know the microphone was still on. What she also didn't know was that 23 years later, I'd be the one holding the envelope that would destroy her. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me tell you what it's like to grow up as the accident that ruined everything. That's what I was. An accident. They told me that. Not in a sit-down conversation. Not in a moment of anger they apologized for later. Just casually. Over breakfast. Over dinner. In passing. We weren't planning on you, your brother was enough. Things were good before. My brother's name is Daniel. 4 years older. Golden child, quarterback. Valedictorian, full ride to Princeton. Now a surgeon. Married to another surgeon. To kids who play violin. I'm Sophie. The one who came along and ruined my mother's career. The one who made them move to a smaller house. The one who wasn't supposed to exist. They never hit me. Never screamed. Never locked me in closets or starved me or did any of the things that would make this story easy to tell. They just made sure I knew. Every single day. In 1,000 small ways. When I was 8, we went to Disneyland. My parents took Daniel. They left me with my grandmother for a week. When I asked why I couldn't come, my mother said, "It's Daniel's graduation present." You didn't graduate. I was 8. When I was 12, I made the honor roll for the first time. I brought the certificate home. My father looked at it and said, Daniel never needed a certificate to prove he was smart. When I was 16, I got into the school play. A small part. I was so proud. Opening night, my parents didn't come. They were at Daniel's medical school interview 3 states away. My grandmother came instead. She recorded it on her phone. Later, I heard my mother tell someone at church, Sophie's doing some theater thing. You know how teenagers are. They need hobbies, like I was trying to fill time. Like it didn't matter. When I was 18, I got accepted to college. Not Princeton. A state school. But I got a partial scholarship. I was excited. I showed my parents the letter. My father looked at it and said, "Well, at least you'll be off the payroll soon." My mother laughed. Not a mean laugh. Just a laugh. Like it was obvious. Like of course that's what mattered. The day of my graduation, I didn't expect them to come. But they did. They sat in the back. My mother wore sunglasses even though we were indoors. My father checked his phone the entire time. Daniel didn't come. He was in surgery. He sent a text. "Congrats, Soph. Proud of you." It was the nicest thing anyone in my family said to me that day. After the ceremony, there was a reception. I saw my parents talking to one of the deans. I walked over. My mother was in the middle of a sentence. Honestly, we're just relieved. 4 years felt like 40. She was never the academic type, you know? Not like our son. He's at Johns Hopkins now. Trauma surgery. We're very proud, the dean smiled politely. Then she saw me. My mother turned. She didn't apologize. She just said, "Oh, Sophie? We were just leaving. We have dinner reservations." "I thought we were having dinner together," I said. "We are. Me and your father. You weren't included in the reservation." I stood there. The dean looked uncomfortable. My mother adjusted her sunglasses. "You understand, don't you? This is our anniversary weekend. We had this planned for months. Your father and I need time together. Raising you was exhausting." She said it like I should thank her. "Okay," I said. "Good. Congratulations, by the way." She kissed my cheek. It felt like a business transaction. Then they left. I stood there in the courtyard with my diploma in my hand, watching them walk away, and I realized something. I was free. I didn't talk to them much after that. I moved to another city. Got a job. Then another. Worked my way up. I wasn't brilliant. I wasn't special. But I was consistent. I showed up. I learned. I didn't quit. 10 years went by. I got married. His name was Matt. Kind, steady. Worked in IT. We had a small wedding. My parents came. They left early. My mother said she had a migraine. Daniel was my man of honor. He gave a speech. He said I was the most resilient person he knew. I cried afterward. He pulled me aside. "I'm sorry," he said. "For what?" "For not protecting you. When we were kids, I saw it. I saw what they did. And I didn't say anything." "You were a kid too." "I know. But I should have said something." I hugged him. "It's okay," I said. But it wasn't okay. It was just over. My grandmother died when I was 32. She left me a letter. It wasn't her will. The lawyer handed it to me in a sealed envelope. I opened it in the parking lot. "Sophie, you were never a burden. You were a surprise. And sometimes the best things in life are the ones we didn't plan for. Your mother was young when she had you, scared. She wanted a career. She wanted freedom, *. You complicated that. And instead of accepting it, she blamed you. Your father went along because that's what he does. He's always gone along. But you need to know this, you didn't ruin anything. You just revealed who they already were. I'm proud of you. I always was. Love? Grandma. I sat in my car and cried for 20 minutes. Then I went home and I put the letter in a drawer and I didn't think about it for a long time. My father died when I was 38. Heart attack, sudden, he was 71. The funeral was small. My mother wore black and cried elegantly. Daniel gave the eulogy. I sat in the back. Afterward, there was a gathering at my parents' house. People brought casseroles. My mother accepted condolences like she was accepting awards. I helped clean up. At one point, I was in the kitchen washing dishes and my mother came in. Sophie, yeah? I need to talk to you about something. I turned off the water. She looked tired, older. Her hair was completely gray now. She'd stopped dyeing it after my father got sick. Your father's will, she said. It's being read next week. You should be there, okay? I'm sure it's nothing complicated. He left everything to me. But the lawyer said all the children need to be present, okay? She looked at me. You look thin, she said. I'm fine. Are you eating? Yes, good. She walked away. I stood there with my hands in the soapy water. And I thought about how strange it was that she could ask if I was eating but never once asked if I was happy. The will reading was the following Tuesday. It was at a law office downtown. Dark wood, leather chairs, paintings of dead white men on the walls. My mother was already there when I arrived. She was sitting with her hands folded in her lap, wearing a navy suit. Daniel was next to her. He nodded at me when I walked in. I sat across from them. The lawyer came in. A woman, mid-50s, gray hair pulled back, professional. Thank you all for coming, she said. I'm Margaret Foster. I was your father's attorney for the past 15 years. She opened a folder. This is a straightforward estate. Your father made his wishes very clear. Let me read the relevant sections. She cleared her throat. I, Robert James Carver, being of sound mind, do hereby declare this to be my last will and testament. Standard language, boilerplate. Then she got to the part that mattered. To my wife, Helen Marie Carver. I leave the house, the car, and all joint accounts. As previously agreed, my mother nodded expected to my son, Daniel Robert Carver. I leave my coin collection, my watches, and the sum of $50,000. Daniel blinked. That's generous. Thank you. Margaret looked at me. To my daughter, Sophie and Carver. I leave the contents of safety deposit box number 473 of First National Bank, as well as all documents contained within. Silence. A safety deposit box? My mother said. Yes, what's in it? I don't know. Your husband didn't disclose that to me. My mother looked at me. Did you know about this? No. Why would he leave you a safety deposit box? I don't know. Margaret continued. There's one more thing. Your father included a letter to be read aloud at this meeting. He specified that all parties must be present. She pulled out an envelope. My mother shifted in her seat. Margaret opened the letter and began to read. If you're hearing this, I'm dead. I'm sorry I didn't say this while I was alive, but I was a coward. Helen, you know this. Daniel, you probably suspected. Sophie, you definitely know. I felt something cold spread through my chest. Margaret kept reading. Helen, I loved you, but I enabled you. I watched you treat our daughter like a mistake for her entire life, and I said nothing. I told myself it wasn't my place, that you were her mother, that you knew best. But the truth is, I was just afraid of you. I always was. My mother's face went white. Daniel, I'm proud of you. You're a good man. A better man than I was. But you also stood by and let it happen. You saw it, you knew. And you stayed quiet because it was easier. I understand. But it doesn't make it right. Daniel looked to the floor. Sophie, I failed you. I know that. I have no excuse. You deserved better. You deserved a father who stood up for you, who protected you, who told you that you mattered. I didn't do that. And I'm sorry. The safety deposit box contains things I should have given years ago. Things I kept because I was ashamed. I hope they help you understand. I hope you can forgive me. But I'll understand if you can't. Margaret folded the letter. No one spoke. My mother stood up. This is ridiculous, Mom. Daniel started. No, this is him rewriting history. Making me the villain. I was a good mother. I provided. I sacrificed. You told people I was a burden, I said quietly. She turned to me. You were difficult. I was 8. You were needy. I was a child. You were unplanned. I know. You made sure I knew. She stared at me. Then she grabbed her purse and walked out. The door slammed. Daniel looked at me. Sophie, it's fine. It's not fine. What do you want me to say, Daniel? That I forgive everyone? That it's all okay now because Dad wrote a letter? No. I'm sorry. I know you are. Margaret cleared her throat gently. Sophie, the safety deposit box is at the First National Branch on Maple Street. Here's the key. She slid it across the desk. I took it. It was small, brass, warm from her hand. Thank you, I said. I went to the bank the next day. I didn't tell anyone. The bank manager, a man in his 40s with kind eyes, walked me to the vault. He unlocked the outer door, then left me alone in the small room. I opened the box. Inside were three things: a stack of letters, a checkbook, and a notebook. I started with the letters. They were addressed to me, all of them, in my father's handwriting. The first one was dated the month I was born. Dear Sophie, you arrived today. Your mother is angry. She says this wasn't the plan. She says her career is over now. She won't hold you. I'm holding you instead. You're so small. I'm afraid I'll break you. I don't know what to do. I'm sorry. There were dozens of them, one for every year. When I was 5, you asked me today why mommy doesn't like you. I didn't know what to say. I told you she was just tired. But that's not true. I'm a coward. When I was 10, you made honor roll again. Helen didn't even look at the certificate. I wanted to say something. I didn't. When I was 16, you were in the play tonight. We didn't come. I told Helen we should go. She said it was a waste of time. I agree because I always agree. I hate myself. When I was 22, you got married today. You looked beautiful. Helen complained the whole time. Said the venue was too small. That your husband wasn't good enough. I wanted to tell her to stop. I wanted to tell you that I was proud of you. I didn't say anything. I never say anything. The last letter was dated 2 months before he died. Dear Sophie, I'm dying. The doctors say 6 months, maybe less. I could use this time to make things right, to finally say what I should have said 38 years ago. But I know I won't because I'm still afraid of your mother. Because I'm still a coward. So, I'm writing this instead. In the checkbook, you'll find an account I opened when you were born. I've been putting money in it every month for 38 years. Your mother doesn't know about it. It's yours, all of it. In the notebook, you'll find records, conversations, things your mother said. Things she did. I wrote them down. I told myself I was keeping track in case I ever found the courage to confront her. I never did. But maybe you will. I'm sorry I wasn't brave. I'm sorry I wasn't the father you deserved. I love you. I always did. I opened the checkbook. The account balance was for $173,000. I sat there staring at the number. My father had been saving for me for 38 years in secret. While saying nothing, I opened the notebook. It was filled with dates, times, quotes. June 3rd, 1986. Helen told her book club Sophie ruined her body. Said she used to be beautiful. October 12, 1991, Sophie asked if she could take piano lessons. Helen said no. We already spent enough on Daniel's music lessons. We can't afford to talented children. March 8, 1998, Sophie's graduation. Helen said, you were always a burden, Sophie, always. Microphone was on. 50 people heard. Sophie's face went white. Helen didn't apologize. April 15, 2003, Sophie called to say she got engaged. Helen hung up after 30 seconds. Said she had a headache. I heard her on the phone with Daniel 10 minutes later. They talked for an hour. Page after page after page. 23 years of evidence. Of cruelty. Of neglect. Of a mother who couldn't love a daughter she didn't plan for. And a father who watched and wrote it all down but never said a word. I closed the notebook. I put everything back in the box. I walked out of the bank. I sat in my car. And I realized something. My father hadn't given me money. He'd given me a choice. I didn't do anything right away. I went home. I showed Matt the checkbook. He stared at it for a long time. What are you going to do? He asked. I don't know. You could walk away. Take the money. Never talk to her again. I could. But I'm tired of being quiet, he nodded. Then don't be. I called my mother 3 days later, Sophie. I wasn't expecting to hear from you. I went to the bank, pause, and Dad left me money. How much? A lot, silence. Well, that's good. You'll need it. You were never very good at saving. I almost laughed. I want to have dinner, I said. Dinner? You, me, Daniel, like a family. I don't think that's a good idea. Why not? Because your father's letter was hurtful, Sophie. He made me sound like a monster, were you? Excuse me? Were you a monster? How dare you? I'm serious. I want to know. Did you love me? Ever silence. Then, quietly, you weren't supposed to happen, I know. But I did happen. And then what? You just decided not to love me? It's not that simple. Then explain it to me. I was 26, Sophie. I had a career. I had plans. And then I got pregnant again and everything stopped, so you blamed me. I didn't blame you. I resented you. There's a difference, is there? She didn't answer. Dinner, I said. Friday, 7 o'clock. My house, I don't think. I wasn't asking. I hung up. She came, so did Daniel. I made pot roast. My grandmother's recipe. I set the table with the good plates. I even bought wine. They arrived separately. Daniel hugged me. My mother kissed my cheek. We sat down. We made small talk. The weather. Daniel's kids. My mother's book club. Then, halfway through dinner, I put down my fork. I want to read you something, I said. I pulled out the notebook. My mother's face changed. What is that? Dad's notebook. From the safety deposit box, Sophie. Don't. June 3, 1986, you told your book club I ruined your body. That's private. October 12, 1991, I asked for piano lessons. You said you couldn't afford to talented children. Stop. March 8, 1998. You called me a burden at my college graduation. The microphone was on. Sophie. April 15, 2003, I called to say I was engaged. You hung up after 30 seconds. That's enough, is it? I looked at her. She was pale. Daniel was staring at his plate. Asterisk, there are 53 pages, I said. 53 pages of things you said. Things you did. Things Dad wrote down because he was too afraid to stop you. He had no right. He had every right. He was my father. I'm your mother, are you? She stood up. I won't sit here and be attacked, then leave. She grabbed her purse. But she didn't leave. She just stood there. And then she said something I didn't expect. I'm sorry. I looked up. She was crying. Not elegantly. Just crying. I'm sorry, she said again. I don't know how to fix this. I don't know how to take it back. I was young and stupid and scared, and I took it out on you for 38 years. And I don't know how to be different now. I didn't say anything. I know you hate me, she said. I don't hate you. Then what? I don't know. I feel like I should. But I just feel sad. She wiped her eyes. What do you want from me? I want you to mean it. Mean what? The apology. I want you to mean it. Not just say it because I backed you into a corner. She looked at me for a long time. Then she sat down. I do, she said quietly. I do mean it. We didn't become best friends. We didn't have some magical reconciliation where everything was fixed. But we talked. Once a month. Phone calls. Sometimes dinner. She asked about my life. My job. Matt. She didn't compare me to Daniel anymore. She didn't call me a burden. She tried. It wasn't enough to undo 38 years. But it was something. 2 years later, my mother had a stroke. Minor. But scary. I went to see her in the hospital. She was in a bed by the window. Her hair was messy. She looked small. Sophie, hey Mom, you came. Of course I came, she smiled. We sat there for a while. Then she said, I need to tell you something. Okay, your father loved you. More than he loved me, I think. He just didn't know how to show it, I know. And I didn't love you. Not the way I should have. Not at first. But I do now. I looked at her. Do you? Yes. Why now? Because you gave me a second chance. And most people don't deserve that. But you gave it to me anyway. And that's how I know I raised you wrong. Because if I'd raised you right, you would have walked away. But you stayed. And that's not because of me. That's in spite of me. I held her hand. I'm glad I stayed, I said. Me too. My mother died 4 years ago. Peacefully, in her sleep. At the funeral, I gave the eulogy. I told the truth. I said she was complicated, flawed, human. I said she hurt me. I said she tried to fix it. I said I forgave her. I don't know if I meant it completely. But I think I'm getting there. I still have the notebook. I don't read it anymore. But I keep it. Because it reminds me that pain doesn't have to be the end of the story. Sometimes it's just the middle. And sometimes the people who hurt you the most are the ones who are hurting too. That doesn't make it okay. But it makes it human. If you've ever been the burden, the accident, the one who wasn't supposed to happen, I want you to know something. You're not a mistake. You're not too much. You're not a problem that needs solving. You're just a person. And that's enough. If this story meant something to you, if it made you feel less alone, I'd appreciate if you let me know. Hit the like button. Not for the algorithm, for me. So I know someone heard this. And if you're carrying something heavy, something you've never said out loud, the comments are here. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is just say it. I'll see you next time. Maybe.